Good to be with you today. We're glad that you watch, and as long as you're watching and talking about it, we'll continue to do that. Just a couple announcements. One, the big one, is our pork dinner is coming up in a week and a half. And I've been told that we need some pies. So if you haven't signed up for pies yet, sign up. Or if you have signed up for pies, add another 10. We need lots of pies yet. So just want to make sure that you're aware of that. So this week we continue to be in Matthew, where Matthew is giving some instructions to the church, or so it seems to me. And this week we have kind of a disturbing little parable that Jesus shares with us. It's the parable of the wicked tenants. You might remember the story. It goes something like this. There's a landowner who decides to move away. And so he rents out his vineyard. And then at the end of next harvest, right, the landowner sends back some of his help, his servants, his hirelings, back to this vineyard to collect his fruit, to collect the harvest. Well, the tenants don't like that, and they take his servants and they beat them up and kill one or two. And then the landowner then sends more workers to the vineyard to try and collect what's due, and they kill them. And then the landowner decides, I'll send my son. Surely they will have enough respect for me that they will not harm my son. So the son comes to the vineyard to collect what's due, and they kill him too. But that's not the end of the story. Right? Or this is what I want you to hear. Jesus then asks the people, what should the landowner do with those tenants? And it's the people who cry out, those tenants are wicked and wretched and should be put to death. Jesus does not say that. Right? Jesus never ends the story. It's the people. Right? We're a judgmental people. We're always taking that kind of side to it. What Jesus does is he then talks about the cornerstone. That the cornerstone that the builders have rejected has become the cornerstone of life. So what does all this tell us? Well, first, it tells us that the gospel will always be rejected. Right? Especially this gospel that Jesus brings, this gospel of life, this gospel of love, this gospel of peace. It just doesn't jive with our world, and it will be rejected. Second thing it tells us is there is consequences to our action or to our inaction. And it's a warning, right? Jesus is not judging anybody here, but he is issuing this warning. Part of the warning is don't think too highly of yourself, right? Don't think that you're in charge, right? Don't think that you make all the rules. And we're in this thing together, right? And we're in it with God. And that we're given this cornerstone. What is it that a cornerstone does? A cornerstone orients the rest of the building, right? Once you have that cornerstone in place, you can build the building because it orients us to the directions that we need to go and how high or whatever it is. Once you have the cornerstone in place, then all the other stones know where they are to go. So Jesus is our cornerstone. It's there to offer us the guidance, right? The leadership that we need. To remind us that we stand on the cornerstone. We ourselves are not the cornerstone. And we need to remember to look at Jesus to find our guidance there and our leadership there. So the question for our meditation today is, what's your cornerstone? What is it that keeps you grounded? What is it that gives you guidance in life? What is it that orients everything else that you do in life? What is your cornerstone? And then nurture it. We'll see you soon.